Hello and welcome, my friends. It is I, Jaffa. Just starting out here for the day. Let me hurry and pop over to Twitch and make sure that we're... Okay, it's a commercial. Give me just a second here. I want to make sure we're getting sound when we're starting here. So... Long commercial. 5-hour energy if you're interested. I actually like the stuff. Not the taste. It tastes horrible, but it does give you energy. So, there you go. Okay, commercial is ending and interested. I actually like the stuff. Not the taste. Okay. So the Twitch is working. Back to Minecraft. Okay. So guys, have a kind of an interesting little setup for today. As you can see, I did my harvesting up here in the farms up there. Well, let's go ahead and head there. Anyway, got kind of an interesting day. Do not want to go out at night. So, sorry, my brain is going a million miles a minute, and my mouth obviously cannot. So, what I've been working on. I've started on Elder's Dell. Last episode, I planned it right out there. We went up over the mountain this way and found a pretty good spot. I cheated just a little and wrote down the coordinates so that I could have a backdoor entrance. Anyway, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. We are live on Twitch and being recorded for YouTube. So, yeah, there's two ways of watching. Last time I came up here, there was a witch right there, a skelly right there, and a creeper right there, and a spider right there. Anyway, I was surrounded by mobs. This is the layout for Elder's Dell. This is a massive village. Because of the way villages work, it counts the number of doors. And you get one village for every 0.35 doors. It equates to about one villager every 3 doors. So what I did is I made each of these houses 3 doors. Well, let me go up here so you can see it better. Each of these houses have 3 doors. And so when this is built, a single villager will be able to populate here. And after you get 10... Yeah, it's for every 10 villagers, you get a iron golem. So I should be able to have 2 iron golems spawn in naturally up here. I wanted 3, and I may have to tweak it just a little to get that 3rd one. But, yeah, I want this place to be protected against the zombie hordes, because this area here... Let me come over here so you can get a good look. This area here is going to be my massive storage area. Right after I started that other massive storage downstairs, I watched a mumbo jumbo where he showcased Tango Tech's storage system. Much simpler, a lot less redstone. Well, not a lot less redstone, but it's simpler. You don't have to have comparators. It just has a clock and it goes tick, 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 tick as it's going through the system. A little annoying, but I haven't wanted to put thought into how to fix that. So anyway, this will be the inner court storage system. Right here on the inner court, there's going to be doorways right here. And this is going to be either my cow farm or my chicken farm, with the other being right over there. And then the outer court right here is going to be a big basic hole. Mobs do not like to walk over carpet. They will if they're targeting you, but they won't naturally walk over carpet. So this is going to be big hole, signposts, and carpet up on top so that I can walk freely through. And unless a baby zombie is following me, they aren't going to walk over that. I also plan on testing the idea of having snow golems, which is what I had in my previous Elder's Dell. But I plan on having snow golems here. My previous ones died, and Diol says it's because I didn't have a snow block above their heads. So I'm going to give that a try. Anyway, and then the outer court, I plan on turning part of this into a grassland, kind of like what you see over there in the village. Yeah, clearing out a bunch of these trees. I don't want to mess with this terrain very much. I may have to like tear down this hillock. But yeah, this is the plan. This is Eldersdale 2, as I'm calling it. The name Eldersdale actually has a special place for me. I'm not going to go into it right now. Look, a tree cow. Anyway, yeah, so I'm building Eldersdale 2. I'm not going to mess with this lake. I might actually expand this into be even deeper and cover up some of this land. That's an idea. Wonder if I already have those. Well, heck. Let's just go get them and worry about that later. Okay. Get me out of here. Okay, do I have shears? No. Am I going to get one? Yes, I get one if it breaks. Cool. Okay. Those are peonies. I don't know if I have peony. That looks like another swamp back there. I don't know if I have peonies or the other ones, the other two high pink plant. I think it is peonies that I have. Which, that's more of them right there. Hi, cow. I will be capturing you later. Another swamp, so close to my own. It is. Very cool. Is there a witch hut in this one? Because of my mob system that I have built, I don't necessarily need a witch hut to spawn up witches. No witch hut. There's an awful lot of water. Huh, have to keep that in mind for something in the future. But anyway, I get plenty enough witches, so I don't actually need to worry about a witch hut. Anyway. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make my way back over to Eldersdale. Squid Farm is working great. I now have too many ink sacs. Well, how can you ever have too many in this game? You just leave your farm running and collect for the rest of your life. But I have more than I can use. This right here is only going to go down like 1 or 2 more blocks. I haven't fully decided that. And then it's going to be cobble underneath like a retention wall. Have not decided what I'm doing. When you walk through the gate here, come on. When you walk through the gate here, this is going to be the big hole that will act as a mob deterrent. Over this way is going to be grass, so all of this is going to be basically filled in, and there's going to be dirt and grass over the top of this. Sheep farms on the 2 outside edges, but when you go in here, it's going to go upstairs to the storage area, and so all of this underneath, that's the other plant. That's lilacs. Okay, I'm really interested in knowing which one I had now. Because that means I've got all of them. Gotta collect them all. Anyway, sorry for the Pokemon reference. Anyway, this will be part of the storage unit. This will actually be in the back of the storage unit. You won't ever see this wall. This door will be here for access into... Well, actually, for a hallway back here, but then there'll be another door here for access into the workings of the storage unit. So all of these trees have to come up. The ground has to be basically filled in going up to the storage unit. And I don't know if I'm going to dig down to bedrock underneath this. It's an idea. I mean, my base is basically right underneath this. That reminds me, since I'm going to be going down there, yeah, we'll just say 700. I've got to redo these because I don't like where the buttons are placed. Oh, yes. Wanted to show you this real quick. I have a couple of vines here that I'm going to mix with cobblestone to make mossy cobble. I'm also going to combine with some of the bricks to make mossy stone bricks. Let me hurry and show you that real quick. Thank you, Mojang, for adding that to the game. It is just awesome that the north side, whoops, if that's sun setting in the west, then that's north. Is that right? Oh yeah, facing north. Ah! Okay, so the north side of my base, this back wall, is going to have mossy cobble and stuff like that. You know what? I don't want to be out here at night. I tell you what, I'm going to let the sun set, and then I'm going to tell it to sleep, and then we'll go down into my storage unit. Sorry about that, guys. As you can tell from my previous broadcast, I'm not suffering from Raynaud's this morning. I did last night. I woke up very early having a fit with it, and took some medication, and that medication just knocked me out. I woke up very late this morning, about 2 hours later than normal. So yeah, no Raynaud's today. Woohoo. For those of you who do not know what Raynaud's is, I have a very mild form of it. But it's where the capillaries start closing off and it prevents body heat from being spread to your extremities. The form that I have, I think the peonies were that was the last ones I needed. Hot dog, I have them all. Gotta have them all. Anyway, the form that... let's harvest while we're here. The form that I have is basically very mild. It causes my arms and my legs to lose body heat. My fingers don't turn blue like the traditional symptoms of Raynaud's. Raynaud's sufferers, the ones that get it really bad, their fingers turn almost white, basically bluish white, because of the lack of blood. Mine don't get that bad, but what mine does do that's not typical is it affects my sinuses. I've read on the support forums that a lot of people have this, and in my case it manifests itself as basic sneezing and stuffy head. It seems a lot like allergy, except for allergy medicine, and I've known this for quite a while. Allergy medicine doesn't actually work on it. I've tried almost every form of allergy medicine that they make, and I was still suffering from it. There was no rhyme or reason why allergy medicine wasn't working until we've basically discovered it's not allergy. It's Raynaud's. And if you have it, you know, please let me know through the email that I provided. You know, I can't say that I'm an expert on it, but I might be able to, you know, be support, be a friend. And, you know, I wouldn't mind having a a friend who's going through the same thing I am. So anyway, let's go ahead and harvest these while I'm here. Oh my god, that's a lot of freaking feathers. And that's the end of that. Okay, looks like I'm going to do 2 trips for clearing the farms. But anyway, sorry for going off on the medical rant. This channel is supposed to be about a game. And that game, in this case, is Minecraft. And I just had a brain fart. Okay. Let's get rid of the feathers. Yeah, I'm getting real close to just throwing away feathers the way that I do seeds. Oh yes, these go right up here. Well, this is awesome. I have all 4 of the double high plants. To breed these, to just have unlimited farms, all you need is bone meal, which I've got plenty here. I've got a little bit more in the mob system up over there. And I will be keeping that mob system even if I tear down that village. The problem that I'm having is, in order to get the iron golems to spawn up there, I have to be in the area. Now that's not normally a problem, but when I'm in the area, the mobs start spawning, as well as the iron golems. And when the mobs spawn, they kill my villagers. So, well, the zombie horde. So either I can only AFK during the day, which is a little hard because of the day-night cycle of Minecraft, or I give up the idea of having a top of the world. But you know, this is actually why you play games like this, is to figure out what works and what doesn't. So now I've learned that having, let's get up here, that having a great big base up on top of the world where I can AFK, get unlimited iron and unlimited mobs, that's unrealistic. Because the zombies that spawn in the mob trap right here can call other zombies to the village up there for the zombie horde. So having these stacked on top of one another, unrealistic. I'm wanting to rebuild the iron farm over, it's that way in spawn. I am wanting to do that. Go ahead and build the iron farm. That's a lot of work though. Once that is built, then I can move my AFK down on top of the mob farm and have unlimited mob drops. But for right now, I'm working on Eldersdale because that's what's interesting me. I will eventually, let's see, what was I doing? Oh yes. I will eventually be building the iron farm over in spawn, which is really kind of funny because I will probably just get it finished and then 1.9 will come out and we're doing a map reset. Diol has assured me, he hasn't been on lately because of conflict of school. He's in college as well, if none of you know that. Anyway, the conflict of school has made it to where he can't really do gaming as much as he wants, and then he is also a PS3 gamer, and so when his PS3 buddies are wanting him on, it's just as easy to hop on PS3 and play those games with those guys as it is to hop on this and play Minecraft. So looks like I'm gonna start throwing out chicken as well. Okay, the cooked box is completely full. The chicken box is almost completely full. I did want to leave the cake and room for a cookie and other baked items here. Oh, I really need that other storage system. Oh yes, and then what do I do with the cocoa beans? There they are. Yeah, I need to get that other storage system built. So anyway, guys, I've almost worked through my quick pick, which this is actually quick pick 2, the second version of this. So I'm switching over to this Silk Touch. It's expensive to repair. It's too expensive for me to try and fix. So when I'm digging out the stone to make stone bricks, I'm using the Silk Touch, and that's how I've been doing these walls. Even though I've got the super smelter down below, you know, why not just Silk Touch the heck out of this? And I will show you real quick on 4 blocks. I'm not going to make you suffer through this. 4 blocks. You see how fast and easy that was? And now I have 4 stone bricks. That fast. Oh, I wanted to test something here. I'm going to test it live on camera. Well, not really a camera, but you get the idea. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, so let's get the buttons back. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then this, and then take that one out. Put the buttons there and there, and now put the door back and cover the ugly pumpkin face. Ever since I did this in that upstairs village, let's go sleep. I really do like how having the light right above the door like that. One, I'll show you right here. It emphasizes it. Hi, I'm a door. Come and use me. But because the power does transfer through the buttons down, it's a better location. In fact, I can show you right here, because this door, let's see, I don't have a shovel. I'll just block it. This one is going to be, yeah, these 2 outer blocks here are going to be, if my brain would work. Sorry guys, glass. Can you believe I struggled with such an easy word? They're going to be glass. And it may not just be the 2 there and there. It may actually be a couple, so that I can see if there is a mob around. I don't like going through, especially an iron door, where you can't just quickly back up and close it again. It only stays open for the amount of time that the button hits. So I don't want to come walking out here and have a skelly or a creeper right here underneath this tree, which I may kill that tree. Anyway, so yeah, this outer one is going to have glass and mossy cobble or mossy brick, as well as mossy cobble. I'm gonna try do some decorating. I know that you guys have seen my style and you go, you decorate? I do try. Yeah, just not good at it. I'm not a Vintage Beef. If none of you know who Vintage Beef is, please go watch him. I swear the man is an interior decorator by trade and YouTuber by night. He's just got a knack for doing this kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, I am running out of things to talk about, running out of things to jump on. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I will continue to dig all of this out. In between the walls here are going to be slabs. There's going to be lights up in here, so these are going to be like servant passages to go all the way around. Same with this wall over here behind the village. Like I said, there's going to be a door there to the back entrance of the sorting system, so I can maintenance it. But over here, these are going to be long hallways as well, with doors over by the sheep farms. So yeah, it's I've got it planned out. I've got an idea. I hope it doesn't like falter, but yeah, I've got the plan, and I'm just going to continue to build it. Now, what I was hoping, I'm going to go ahead and share something with you. I was hoping that that wall right there, that one right there, was the north wall. I was going to decorate and just do all kinds of stuff with the mossy brick, mossy cobble, all along that line, because it's a great big cliff. Moss only grows on the north side of things. I don't have a whole lot of room to work with. There's not a whole lot of drop off. There is a little one in this corner. Not that big. In fact, I've already filled it in right here. I'll have to tear some of that up. Yeah. So don't expect too much. It's going to be more 50 Shades of Grey, and not the book, but you've seen my decorating style. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut up here. I thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for joining me today. As always, my friends, may peace find you well.